The recording industry has gone through massive changes in the past decade, and Jack Conte and Natalie Don of Pomplamoose have experienced it all firsthand. After the band found success on YouTube, Jack founded Patreon, which opened new ways for musicians and creators to gain independence and take charge of their careers. How's the industry changed? How have you guys seen it change since you started?
Oh, so much. I mean, because it's been a decade. Like in the early 2000s, like if you got a brand deal, you were like a sellout as a band. Fans right now are rooting for you to turn it into a business and to make a living. The behavior I see on YouTube and what you see fans doing is like, all right, you got the Squarespace deal, that's so exciting, like congratulations. And that's one change for sure.
But I feel like something that started in 2008 is that people got on the internet and were watching all these videos and were watching kids in their bedrooms like we were, just like making music very unprofessionally. And they started to get really interested in them as people, not just as musicians, but as people. And I feel like now people want that connection. Even more.
Yeah, it seems like a big change. Is it used to be kind of okay to be the smoke and mirrors, mysterious artist who's, separated from their audience and kind of in their room, giving their genius to the world, but not having connection. And
I'm still kind of jealous of that.
I mean, totally. But nowadays, yeah, fans really want, they want to see the Instagram story, they want to see tweets, and a lot of artists are okay with that. There are still artists who don't like to do that, though. But it's definitely true that it feels like it's moved in the direction of close relationships with your audience.
Well, in a world where we're ever more connected, yet often feeling more and more disconnected, like they just are longing for that authenticity, right? Like they want to just feel like they are really in the room with you or really know you versus the smoke and mirrors, You guys are offering something more, like you can see my bedroom.
Yeah, I think there's something really, at least for me, there's something really inspiring and exciting about seeing real people make something that sounds good. Like whenever I see a person who doesn't look like they have some unachievable deal or status or whatever, and they're making beautiful things, I'm like, God, I want to do that too. Like it gets me fired up. And I love that part of the web nowadays.
So how has the technology changed and made it to where anyone can be the creator?
I think the first thing is lowering barriers to entry. So all this gear, to make a record used to cost tens of thousands of dollars, and you had to buy tape, and you had to get the studio and the engineer and the mics. And now, you can make a record on your iPhone. The tools of creativity are cheap and abundant, and everyone has access to them. So that's the first thing. And then the second piece of the puzzle is free distribution and access around the world. Distribution used to be 3 pipes, and you had to convince people in suits that you were cool enough to be in one of those 3 pipes that went to the world. And if you couldn't convince them, you weren't going to be heard by the world. And now, anyone can put something online and reach literally billions of people. And it's just about what do you have to say. And this is the first time in history where it's really been about what do you have to say. I think the third thing is the rise of economic models to support that distribution system. Companies like Patreon, membership models, consumer payments models. I guess even things like the consumer productization of merchandise models, right? You can print T-shirts online and sell those to your fans. Shopify. There's an abundance of e-commerce solutions. It's becoming easier for creators to make the art, to distribute that art, and then to turn that into a business. And those 3 things together, I think, just creates this explosion in the number of creators around the world that are making things.
It does take a certain type of artist, though. I mean, a lot of artists aren't business people, and they aren't really. That's not what they want to do. And I do feel like it takes a specific type of person to have the work ethic to just keep pushing and keep putting things out and get noticed. If you don't have a label or a PR company telling you to listen, telling a bunch of people to listen. It just means that you have to be the label, you have to be the PR company, you have to get noticed, and running the business of getting noticed. I mean, it's not always fun. It's not like I wish that I spent more time writing songs, but I still feel like so much of my job is running the business.
I definitely have seen a trend toward, call it whatever you want. It's a more of an entrepreneurial spirit. It's people who they want to create things and make things, but they want to own their part of the business too. They don't want to sign their life away to a corporation or give up the rights to their music or their podcast or their illustrations. That's a big change as well. And it does mean that if you want that route, which I've seen so many creators now that want that route, well, you've got to figure out the business side of things. You got to be your own PR person, your own distribution person, your own, fan relations person, and it's a ton of work, and a lot of that work isn't songwriting. It's other things.
But isn't that awesome? You as creator can actually just listen to your fans and be like, man, they like this. Let's do more of that. There's no one in between saying, oh, you change your outfit, do it like this or whatever. This is going to make more money. It's just like, no, this is what my fans want. That's awesome.
I just need someone to kiss. Give me one good honest kiss and I'll be
What do you think the future of music looks like for creators?
I think there's a few things that we're going to see. The first is, when you think about, the jobs to be done framework of like a record label, they provide funding, they provide distribution and marketing.
Connections.
Connections. And I think we're going to start to see some of those functions be broken apart into separate industries. Musicians will have choice, and they'll have different ways to finance their record. Patreon or even types of companies that are giving musicians loans. The marketing side, I think there's going to be more a la carte services. And then the distribution side, I think we're starting to see that play out. Way more channels to distribute your music and to reach fans. And then I think the big thing that we're going to start to see is that all these creators who are now reaching people are going to start to figure out the financial side of the business over the next 10 years. And being a musician, being a creator is going to become very normal. There's going to be a lot of people in society who are not just making a living, but making a killing, doing a great job, having a great life as a creator. I think that's going to be normal.
Musicians have been taken advantage of a lot in the past. They don't oftentimes have much business knowledge, and so it's very easy for them to have a contract put down in front of them, or not even a contract, to just assume that like it's normal to give your manager 20% when really it's like, well, what business in the world is just kind of like, and 20% to this person who just signed on? Like, it's just, there's so many things in the industry that people will just say, oh no, this is just how we do it, this is how it's done. And I'm really looking forward to a lot of those things getting challenged on the business end. And I'm also looking forward to the quality of music increasing in the same way that we've seen the quality of television going up, because there are all of these in-house people. Everyone's competing to make better television right now in a way that hasn't happened. If you take away the barriers to entry, if you give people the tools to do it on their own, they better get better, because everybody's getting better at the same time. I think the music's just gonna get better and better, and I think that the musicians are gonna be making more money. It's my hope.
That's a good hope. This video is inspired by our PBS series, Reconnecting Roots. Visit reconnectingroots.com to watch the full episodes or to check out our music and podcast. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe so we can keep making more. Thanks for watching.